and today we are going to be discussing the psychology of everyone's favorite DC villain, the Joker. Now, before we begin, I would like to mention that while I am an avid comic book fan and have prior knowledge on the Joker's actions and tendencies, I myself am in no way a psychologist. While I have taken a few classes here and there, that is all. So I will be retaining my knowledge on this topic from other sources, mainly including my aunt, who is a certified psychologist, as well as other published sources. The Clown Prince of Crime has been around since the late 1940s, making his first appearance in Batman issue number 1, and has been a prominent character in the Batman universe ever since. In the late 1940s through the 1960s, the Joker was mainly depicted as a harmless prankster who liked to play games with the Batman. For the purpose of this analysis, we will be ignoring these depictions of the Joker, as well as his depictions in the Batman video game series. The Joker we know today can be described as anything but harmless. He is a sadistic genius who has a thirst for killing. From observing the Joker over the years, we the audience know there's something wrong with him. But the questions remain. What does he suffer from? Is he insane? Is he psychotic? Is he neither? We will answer all of these questions today, but first we must take a deeper look into the definitions of these mental illnesses and disorders in order to fully determine the psychology of the Joker.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are tonight's entertainment.
From the research I conducted, I believe there are 5 disorders and illnesses the Joker is believed to suffer from: psychopathy, psychosis, bipolar disorder, Witzewosik, and insanity. To begin, I will discuss the disorders and illnesses I do not believe the Joker suffers from. Bipolar disorder is defined by the National Institute for Mental Health by a disorder that causes unusual shifts in mood, energy, activity levels, and the ability to carry out day-to-day tasks. These moods range from periods of extremely up, elated, and energized behavior, also known as manic episodes, to very sad, down, or hopeless periods, known as depressive episodes. Less severe manic periods are known as hypomanic episodes. Some popular celebrities who suffer from this disorder are Carrie Fisher and Kanye West. Witzinsult is another condition many believe the Joker suffers from. Witzinsult, or pathological joking, is a disorder in which an individual is unable to prevent themselves from making inappropriate jokes at inappropriate times. These individuals cannot comprehend complex jokes, and they usually suffer from brain damage, which causes this condition to occur, and therefore make jokes due to compulsion rather than choice. There is no evidence suggesting the Joker specifically suffers from this condition other than his fondness of jokes and laughter. However, I cannot say for certain, so it is my opinion that the Joker does not suffer from this disorder. Although in many cases it seems that the Joker has to make jokes and he has to have the last laugh, I believe it is all intentional. It is known that the Joker is one for theatrics, and I believe it is all an act in some sort of way. He makes these jokes and paints his persona of himself simply because he can and to solidify his image. He is the Joker and everyone needs to know that. Jokes are part of his character, and to be the perfect Joker he must perform them. These jokes fuel him, they give him purpose. He does not have to say these jokes or perform them. He has a compulsion to do so. He wants to. He wants to have the last laugh, and he will do whatever he wants to get it. It is not necessarily that he has a compulsion to do so. The main misconception surrounding the Joker is that he suffers from insanity. Many people believe that insanity is a mental disorder, but it is not. Insanity is a legal concept discussed in court to help distinguish guilty from innocent. As stated by uslegal.com, insanity is a mental illness of such a severe nature that a person cannot distinguish fantasy from reality, cannot manage his or her own actions and affairs, or is subject to uncontrollable impulsive behavior. The Joker is not insane and does not suffer from insanity because he is very able to distinguish his actions and understands his guilt from his innocence. The Joker does not commit these crimes because his mental illness made him or because he did not know what he was doing, but rather because he wanted to. Another misconception fans have is that the Joker is psychotic. In order to understand why the Joker is not psychotic, we must first take a look at the differences between psychosis and psychopathy. Psychosis is a term that refers to a mental condition that affects the mind, where there has been some loss of contact with reality. Psychotic is a term that refers to someone who is suffering from this condition. The Joker has never lost contact with reality. In fact, he seems hyper-aware of it. He claims to be an example of reality, that one bad day did this to him, and that it could happen to anyone. The Joker is very aware of the impact of his actions and is aware of the realities around him. Therefore, he does not have psychosis and is not psychotic. Psychopathy refers to a pathological personality disposition that involves charm, manipulation, and ruthless exploitation of others. Robert Hare was a prison psychologist who created a list of characteristics that every psychopath has. This list is called the Hare list and includes the following 20 characteristics: superficial charm, grandiose estimation of self, need for stimulation, psychopathical lying, cunning and manipulativeness, lack of remorse or guilt, shallow affect, callousness and lack of empathy, parasitic lifestyle, poor behavioral controls, sexual promiscuity, early behavioral problems, lack of realistic long-term goals, impulsivity, irresponsibility, failure to accept responsibility for own actions, many short-term marital relationships, juvenile delinquency, revocation of conditional release, criminal versatility, and criminal versatility. It is important to note that an individual does not need to meet all of these criteria in order to be a psychopath. So for the purpose of this video, I will only be focusing on the most relevant terms in order to keep The Joker is constantly lying, has criminal versatility, and manipulates others in order to get his way. This is apparent throughout the Joker's whole career as a comic book character. His parasitic lifestyle, manipulation, sexual promiscuity, and short-term marital relationships can all be seen in the form of Harley Quinn. The Joker constantly feeds off of Harley Quinn and gives her nothing in return, manipulating her to do his bidding, but never committing to her fully. The Joker also shows no remorse or guilt when killing others. He has killed men, women, and even children without a shred of regret. In this clip, you can see the Joker beating Jason Todd, Batman's Robin at the time, senseless with a crowbar. At not one point does the Joker feel bad for his actions. He even goes as far as locking the boy wonder into the building to ensure he is killed by an explosive bomb. The Joker abuses a child until he cannot move and then ensures his death, all to get back at Batman. The Joker shows a severe lack of empathy in many ways. In The Killing Joke, the Joker shoots Barbara Gordon, otherwise known as Batgirl, and paralyzes her from the waist down. He then goes to kidnap her father, Commissioner Gordon, and taunts him with pictures of what he has done to his daughter. He shows a clear lack of empathy and poor behavioral controls by committing this act. For these reasons, and many, many more, I believe the Joker is psychopathic. So to conclude, the Joker, the clown prince of crime, is not bipolar. He is not a pathological Joker. He is not insane. He is not psychopathic. He is not psychotic, but he is psychopathic. The Joker is a psychopath and a very bad person. I hope this video was interesting and informative for you. Have a great day.